guys, what's up? Dirty Moose Taint. So I kind of lied. I said I was going to have this video out next week, but I ran into some unexpected free time today, so I decided, hey, I might as well go ahead and put this out. Um, so today we're going to talk about map control, and more specifically area control, and probably camping versus RVing. Uh, I'll get into RVing here in a minute, but we're going to talk about first running the outside of the map. Running the outside of the map is what this allows. Is this allows you to get familiar with the map and learn the map, and you find campers and other people who just want to run around like acid-induced chickens. Um, I do this for like DLC maps, maps I'm not familiar. Like if the game comes out and I'm not familiar with the map, I'll just run around the outside of the map. Reason for this being is you get kills a lot easier, and it's easier to protect yourself, because if you're running on the outside of the map, you only have to watch in front of you, behind you, and to your left side. Now obviously you can't watch all three of those at the same time, but it's much easier than trying to watch your entire 360-degree radius, as you would be running through the middle of a map or something like that. As you're running along the outside of the map, you're going to find a lot of campers. You're going to find probably people who just spawn, which, spawns in Call of Duty Ghosts are apparently pretty atrocious. I personally haven't had to deal with that, but that's because of my playstyle pretty much eliminates that for me. Again, I guess it's one of the perks of being an RVer. Um, so, running around the outside of the map, to me, is a pretty valid tactic. Some people, you're gonna call it one step above camping or whatever, but I don't care, because if I'm killing people and not dying as much, then I'm helping my team win, and that's all that matters. Now, when we get into area control, is what we're talking about in area control is controlling a small portion of the map. Okay, not necessarily sitting in a corner the whole time, scoped in, but say you're controlling a room or a building, you know, for example, in the video, I'm controlling that top room, with a couple other guys, obviously, but I finished 12-0 and helped my team win. Now, had I died, a few times, it probably wouldn't have mattered because of the score, but in some cases, one death can matter, and if you didn't die, then you did the best to help your team win. In a couple other videos that I haven't put on here, but it's all about controlling the access points. If you control one section of the map, essentially you can control the spawns and help your team to eliminate spawn camping or spawn killing. Because if you're controlling, say, on Prison Break, let's use Prison Break as an example. If you're controlling the Little Hill, not stumps, but that Little Hill area, well, then your team is likely to spawn near you versus spawning in random places where the enemies might be. So this can eliminate some deaths for your team in general. So those are things that you need to take into consideration. Finding a good spot. I might do a video on the best RVing spots later on in the series. But let's talk about RVing and what RVing actually is, because it's not camping and it's not run and gunning. It's a mild hybrid of the two. Okay, and what I've done here is you take camping, okay, because essentially you start off camping. Okay, you find an area that has a good fortification, a good area that you can hold by yourself with minimal access points. And it's what you do is say, I'll get 1 to 3 kills in a certain area to make them think that I'm camping that one area, that one specific spot that I'm not moving from. And what I'll do is I'll move adjacent from that, like, opposite corner or something, caddy corner maybe, and then I'll wait for them to come back to that area where I previously was, and then I'll kill them again from the different location. And excuse me. And then I'll move to maybe a spot across from that. And then once again they come back in, and it's like a rinse and repeat. And I can get effectively 1 to 10 kills, before I die, easy. Well, obviously more than one, but upwards of 10 to 15 kills before I die, and this could be extremely effective, especially if you have high score streaks or something like that. You want to get a Loki, it's a good way to get it. Things like that. So, again, I hope I help someone out. It's gonna be kind of short, but I got things to do today. So, again, I hope you liked. I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you soon. All right, peace.